Aung San Suu Kyi was only 2 years old when her father was assassinated. She married a British man, had 2 kids, and lived a relatively normal life. That is, until 1988. Suu Kyi's mother had fallen ill, so she had returned to Myanmar to see her. However, when she got there, she realized how terrible things had become since her father had freed the country. You see, one of the 30 comrades from before, named Uni Wen, was in charge, and he ruled with an iron fist. He had made Burma into one of the poorest countries in the world, failed numerous times to industrialize the country more, and murdered protesters and anyone that spoke up. Needless to say, he was not a great guy. So when Suu Kyi saw this oppression, she began to speak up. During this time, she also co-founded the NLD, or the National League for Democracy. She started many non-violent demonstrations across the country and was promptly put under arrest in 1989. She would remain under house arrest in Rangoon for 6 years, but somehow managed to win the Nobel Peace Prize under house arrest. Obviously, the government was not thrilled about that. They offered to let her go if she would leave the country, but she refused to. She truly believed in making a difference in the country that her father literally created. In 1995, she was released, but her movement in and out of the country was heavily restricted. Her husband was deathly ill in Britain, but Myanmar would not let him travel to see his wife. She knew that if she left, she wouldn't be able to come back, so she stayed in Myanmar even as he died. But in 2000, she was placed back under house arrest for 2 years, and after coming in and out of house arrest more than most people ever have, she was once again placed back under house arrest until 2010. So far, she'd spent 15 years under house arrest. During that time, she'd been accused of crimes, and they had held an election without her. It is believed that she was put under house arrest in order to be unable to run for office. So now the military still held the most seats in the government, but her resolve was stronger than ever. She was able to secure a few minor roles in government, but soon after she became the state councilor, which had never been a position before. The military absolutely despised her because the role she would be getting was possibly more powerful than the president. During this time, she succeeded in stopping some insurgencies. However, she faced wide criticism after allowing the Muslim people to be mistreated to the extent of leaving the country. The attacks were a huge violation of human rights, and Suu Kyi did nothing to stop them or intervene. In the year 2020, the NLD and Suu Kyi won an election in a landslide, and although the legitimacy of the election was clouded, it was clear that the public heavily favored her. But in 2021, as she was about to take power, the military party staged a coup d'etat and placed her and several others back under house arrest. The military utilized a loophole in the law by calling for a 1-year period of emergency. Widespread internet outages occurred, and it is theorized that the government does not want any information about the coup to leave the country. And that is all we know.